We have a hashtag Ask Cricbuzz Live question for all of you, and we like your contribution to keep coming in. And this one comes in from Amey Jadhav at the rate Amey Man United. I'll ignore that for the moment. Michael, as a captain, how tough is it to inspire the team when things aren't going in your favour, as it has been for Virat over the past 16 months? We had a brief discussion on this, Michael. We'd just like to pick it up. We'll get your thoughts, put in some numbers, and get Zaheer in after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Virat's an experienced leader, so I don't think he'll find it too difficult to inspire the dressing room. I think he's got the dressing room with him. He drives it with, his ethics, his fitness levels, his mindset on the pitch. Of course, he'd like some more runs. That's a given. I think if what you're going through and what we're seeing from Virat now had happened at the start of his captaincy reign, it would have been difficult because you haven't got the experience to kind of throw back onto. But he'll just want some runs. He'll want some more consistency. I think in white ball cricket, I think there is an issue there. I think in Test match cricket, the results speak for themselves. Even when Virat wasn't there, you could see it was like a Virat team playing in Australia, and they obviously went on and won in those conditions. But in white ball cricket, there is pressure on because, the 2019 World Cup, with all the quality that India have, it was a poor performance in the World Cup in the UK because they didn't go on to win it. And that's what India have to look to win. They have to win World Cups. They have to win 50 over World Cups, T20 World Cups. They're yet to win a T20 World Cup. And if you look at the next 3 years of white ball cricket, there's a World Cup in India. India under Virat, they have to win that one. Then you go to Australia. You want to be competitive in Australia, but I wouldn't have them as favourites in Australia. And then there's a 50 over World Cup back in India. We all know what happened the last time it was in India. So there will be pressure on Virat in terms of white ball captaincy if he doesn't go on to win the World Cup this year, because I would think most Indian fans, and with what they've got in terms of talent and all the combinations, they'll be right up there with the favourites to win the tournament. And I think for him as a captain, he'll have to get that trophy in his hands over the course of the next few months.
Well, Michael, I know it was a long time ago, but for Indian fans, the first ever T20 World Cup was won by India, and that's how it all started for them, Michael.
Oh, sorry. My memory only goes for about a few years, back to 2019.
Yeah, well, or maybe it starts at 2010 in the West Indies.
Well, yeah, we could start there in Barbados when Kevin beat the tournament of his life. Yeah,
fair enough. We'll give that.
It's a big few years for him as a captain in white ball cricket. He hasn't quite got the white ball team playing to the level of what I see the Test match team. It's just been a little bit inconsistent, and particularly in World Cups under his leadership, he hasn't quite got them over the line. So it's a big couple of years for the white ball team.
But fair enough. I mean, if you really come on it from Virat Kohli's point of view, it's certainly a feather he'll want to cap, because that 2007 was very much an MSD World Cup that India won, and it was so early in the format. Zaheer, continuing the discussion on Virat Kohli, we've put up a few numbers on the 100 drought, and rather than show it in isolation, we thought we'd put it in perspective and compare him to some of the other greats, the other modern greats. And Smith and Warner earlier in the career have had longer stretches. Now, looking at these numbers, Kohli versus, say, Root Williamson and Babar Azam, it's something that Virat will want to put right sooner rather than later.
Well, I think those numbers are looking good, in spite of you talking about 100. And when you're searching for 100, that 100 may not be there. But the biggest positive for me in this, all these players are great, and they have been through a lull where they've not scored 100. But if you see when they've not been getting runs, they've actually missing 50s as well. And you look at Virat's conversion rate there, he's scoring runs every third innings, which is more than 50 runs. He scored 12 half centuries. He's not gone on to get that big 100 there. But if you look at it, every third innings, he's been getting a score over 50 runs. And I think, in spite of everyone saying that, okay, he's not been amongst the runs, if you look at just sheer by the average, I think, he's managed pretty well. All he didn't have is that 100, which they're looking at. And when you compare it with the other greats, when they struggled a bit more than what Virat has been struggling. So it's just about getting to that 3-digit score. But otherwise, I don't see it as a big concern when it comes to his form or how he's approaching his cricket.